Welcome back to Hugging It Out.
Yep.
We're just hugging it out here on the branch. So you want to hear my... Oh, there's a timer going. We should go. Oh, that was more suggestive. Do you want to hear my Bernie Sanders story? Or
yeah, go ahead with
Or
the
is
Bernie
that... Are we
story.
going to save that for the end? Okay. So I came face to face with Bernie Sanders today. Yes, that Senator Berndard Sanders. It was not the most...
You should take the boot.
Life-defining event, we'll say. It was not the most compelling situation. Sorry, I ate your apple and got you killed.
I told you to eat the apple. I did not get killed.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Satan. You told me to eat the apple, and now I've gained the wisdom. So yeah, I just... There's not much to the story. I'm just sitting in the employee dining room, eating lunch, as you do. I glance up and I say, "Oh, what's he doing here? That looks like my friend Bill." Like you see someone familiar and you instantly, your brain starts assigning it to. And the most approximate person that Bernie Sanders looks to in my life is my old man friend Bill. And so I said, "Oh, I wonder what he's doing here." And then another second later I said, "Wait a minute.
No!
Oh no." I said, "Wait a minute, that is Senator Berndard Sanders. That is he. He is here
that is the
at
Berndard
my work."
himself.
And he just walked in while I was like clumsily shoving food in my mouth and watching the latest episode of Rare Earth. So shout outs to Rare Earth. They really need our bump, Amarith. You gotta shout them out.
I know.
They only have like 2 million subscribers.
Like, come on, guys, get together. Go view Rare Earth. Like,
yeah.
we're the bigger channel here.
So yeah. So what happened is, by the time I had looked up, he had clearly already looked at me because I was right in his line of sight. He came out of a door
it's not like
that was facing.
That is John the Branch.
No. It was like
he
definitely clearly saw me, but I was too late to make eye contact by the time I realized who he was and who I was looking at. And so I immediately put away my phone. I'm like, oh, maybe I get up and say hi to him. Like, I doubt it. My thought is, no, he's got people flanking him on either side. He's clearly in the middle of like an important walk and talk. But no, other employees at my work just started kind of walking up to him and saying, "Hey, just saying hi, getting selfies with him, shaking his hand." And I totally missed that. Like, the best I got was, here's the picture I took. Blur out everyone for privacy reasons, Amarith.
Except for
Except for Bernie Sanders in the middle there. Yeah, and that guy with the weird face hand thing going on.
Whatever that's going on.
Show them that too. That's just the fun.
That's just classic.
Yeah, that's the fun intricacies of video
rendering,
photo processing on cell phones. But yeah, it was this super awkward thing, and I just kind of I got up, I looked, I said, "Huh, well, lunch is over." I was maybe 3/4 done with lunch, and I just said, "No, we're gonna put that on the conveyor and shovel it into the trash, the part that goes to the trash, and we're gonna say that was a good lunch, but lunch is clearly over. The employee dining room is very crowded now, and I got to see Bernie Sanders, so that was cool." And I don't know, it's nothing amazing. I didn't even hear any of the conversations. People obviously loved him because you couldn't get close to him.
Well, yeah, because it's Bernie Sanders in a union place. Like.
Oh, by the way, that whole local thing. It's too late now because early voting's already over in Nevada, so it's too late for us. Super Tuesday is coming. In fact, Nevada caucus is coming. You should all vote, except for Amarith, who's busy. But we talked about that yesterday.
Yeah.
You're going to a wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you allowed to say what wedding?
The person who drew our birds.
Yeah, the person who draws our birds, or most of the birds. I think Jamie's drawn a couple of the birds.
Jamie has drawn a lot of the guest birds.
Yeah, Jamie's drawn some of the guest birds. Anyway, yeah, so she's getting married, your friend. You're going there with Enoch, and you're gonna have a great wedding, hopefully. And you just kicked me to death. That's our first death.
Yep.
I think we're gonna make it through this game without continuing. What do you say?
No.
If we can, okay, I can't special nightmare.
Come down, please.
Yeah, right? Maybe we have to... Oh, we have to wait for him to dive bomb. Okay, well, I did a nice backdrop, and then I kicked him.
Well, there you go. You finally did it.
Yeah. I'm the best.
Around.
I don't know what else to say. I could have gotten in the crowd with our boy Bernie. I could have gotten in the middle there, because I am a huge Bernie shill. I'm not sure if that's come across on this show.
I think
it probably has.
Bernie bro.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's come across that I'm a huge Bernie bro on the channel. and have been since, I'm not going to say forever, since about 2015 when Elizabeth Warren didn't run and I wanted her to be president.
Well, no, was that also, there was that other guy that you wanted.
Oh, yeah, Larry Lessig was actually my first choice, but he was never going to make it, like, even to the first primaries. But yeah, he was my first choice. But it's one of those, he was one of those, like, nobody's heard of this guy choices. Like, today, if Reverend Al Sharpton was running, I would want him more than Bernie Sanders. But he's not remotely electable. And in fact, if Tom Steyer had a record to run on instead of just a platform, he might actually be my preference over Bernie Sanders. But it's not really an issue. You should eat that apple.
I know, I was waiting to see. God damn it!
You need to eat the food sooner. Oh, well, apparently we got a little life boost at the end.
I guess.
So, hey, let's go play Bare Knuckle. Do you wanna... Oh, I bared that knuckle. Bared it hard.
You bore it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I'm so excited over having seen this guy, and I literally just saw him and sort of fled the scene, because as soon as I put my food away, I took that picture, and I felt awkward, because I felt like I was just being part of a big dumb crowd, mobbing the guy and not saying anything. So I just left. I just walked away. I'm like... This could be my once-in-a-lifetime chance to meet the most likely future president and one of my greatest heroes in the world. I think I'm gonna walk away. That's what I did.
Can't believe you.
While Bernie Sanders is up here, successfully fled Bernie Sanders. Which is very different than the time I saw a national figure who I didn't like, who I got to meet. I say meet, that's loose. I got to grill him along with several of my classmates. I don't think you've ever heard this story.
No, you did not.
I started telling you off the branch, and then I realized, oh, this is something Amarith would love to hear about.
Yes, please go on.
So, speaking of this election and Bernie Sanders, you know Harry Reid's doing a lot of fucking around with his campaign, right? He's the latest establishment hack that's here to destroy him. And sorry, this has become a politics branch, and I'm sorry if you think I'm wrong and I'm being over alarmist or anything, but no, Harry Reid is a terrible person. You can go back a long ways. And
find all the dumb things.
You can go back to this beginning of this channel and probably find me shit talking Harry Reid a year ago. This is not me being some, you know,
some nerd.
Yeah, some conspiracy theorist that says the establishment is out to get Bernie. I've always hated Reid because he was in the pocket of our power company his entire tenure.
Yeah,
and he was kind of just a conduit for them to influence their control.
Our one
over the state
power company
government. Yeah, he basically was the conduit for Nevada Power to run the state, and which is now NV Energy. It still sort of does run the state. They're not as bad as they used to be. Stop it.
You stop it.
Stop getting in my way. So yeah, so he showed up at our high school to give a speech and have a Q&A session, and we spent the entire hour Q&A session, my entire senior class, because it was just my senior class he got to talk to. Remember that nice musical auditorium at A-Tech?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that. It was the first year that we had that auditorium, because that was an annex. It was my senior year. And yeah, we just sort of like grilled him on why he hated Yucca Mountain so much for that entire hour-long QA. Because we knew the things he said were not true, because we had studied the things he had said, knew how they were not true. Yes. And learned the counter-arguments and came up with the counter-arguments. So yeah, it's a shame there's not a video of that, of just a bunch of like snotty, entitled, smart teenage boys telling a senator why he's wrong about energy policy and being right about it too.
A-Tech was a different time.
That was a great, no hugging. Lady, I'm not, actually, I'm totally into it. Who am I kidding? Fucking zap me up, lady. Come on, L. Lisa. Is that electricity, Lisa? Yeah. That was almost like a Bart Simpson. Alright, I got little Lisa. And I got stabbed. In the face. In the chest, actually. I'm about to get stabbed in the leg in a few weeks here. Don't you love... So to preface this, don't you love how doctors just will make you come to as many visits as possible to their office?
Yeah.
I had a varicose vein on the back of my leg. If you don't know what a varicose vein at home is, it's gross. It's a vein that sort of pops out of your leg. and like pops out into inside the skin. It's like a hernia, but for a blood vessel. I'll finish this and we'll go to the next episode of Amarith. So yeah, I've got this thing. I gotta go see a doc. Like, okay, it's getting worse. It is now not just like a bunched up set of veins, but it is like it's got this blister of blood around it, like this little sack of blood just hanging out.
Yeah.
So I finally get around to seeing a doctor about it this past week. I finally got around to getting a doctor I liked to give me a reference and go see someone, because it's only been getting worse for about a year or two also. So it's not like this is an ancient problem I've finally been able to get medicine for. It's a developing problem I finally had the time to deal with.
Well, because you also didn't think it was as big at the time.
Yeah.
Like when it was first pointed out to you, you're like, oh, well, whatever.
Yeah, in fact, it's like, he pointed out other varicose veins I have started growing that I just don't really care about because they're basically cosmetic at this point. I guess they could develop. But anyway, the point is, so they got me in really quick. They scheduled me in within a week, and I realized why now is because the appointment was actually 5 minutes with the doctor and about 5 minutes with a medical assistant before the doctor, which is fine. But this one doctor appointment, like, is 6 doctor appointments turned in in one, because it starts with having to get referred by my nice graphic.
The hell? Oh. Hello.
Yeah, okay. So it starts with 1, like my primary care physician has to refer me. So that's visit 1, right? And then visit 2 is the vascular doctor who saw me for 5 seconds, looked at it and said, "Okay, I've got to prescribe compression stockings and we'll take an ultrasound." So now I have to go to a clinic and see another medical professional so that I can like be shown how to put on compression stockings in the meantime, to show like, yes, compression stockings don't tuck these veins back into my leg. Of course they don't. So that's visit 2. Visit 3 is going to be the ultrasound. Visit 4, oh wait, no, that was visit 3 because the original doctor. Visit 4 will be the ultrasound. Visit 5 will be the follow-up to the ultrasound and scheduling of surgery, and visit 6 will be the surgery. So, boy, they're sure getting a lot of copays out of me, aren't they?
Yep, just a lot.
Okay, well, do we wanna fight evil Blanca Voldo crossover now, or do? Yeah, he's almost dead. Let's just kill him now. Sorry.
You should grab that chicken.
Oh yeah, I should grab it sooner rather than later, huh? Oh yeah, wow, he's Wolverining me up. It would help if you didn't like stand on top of my chicken. All right, I'm getting the sword. I'm sorting him. He is sorted. I'm going to sword him out. Sword puns. Come on. Okay, there he goes. All right, good. I'm done with the puns. Next time on the branch.